Ohayo, my name is Minamitoku and welcome to Finding Paradise Part 15. Now, this time Neil is missing for some reason, and I guess Eva decided to rearrange those memories. So, let's just do that. And what do those have in common? I guess it's only the paper plane. Yep, so let's do this. And swap, do this. Do this. So this needs to be like this. Plop. And once here. Nope. There we go. This should have done the trick. I think that's all of them, but nothing's really happening. I didn't know that things can hurt you here, first of all, and second of all, what was that paper plane here? Was that a... So wait. Colin is still here? Or around or something? Wait, that's Neil? What is this place? Ah, hi there. So, this thing takes me to somewhere? His memories, they're falling apart. So, do I have to revisit all of those? That's nice piece of music here. So, those are at the pond, right? Colin. But when you go through the procedure and live that new life, just hold on to something from here. It's not like that, Faye. I won't forget about you. So Faye maybe knew of Colin's condition then? Whatever his condition is, actually. What's this? But in the blink of an eye, suddenly, there's no more time. And I find myself here, just like everyone else. I just want to feel like I've done enough in this world before I go, you know? That's why we are here, Colin. Tell us your regrets. What is it that you want us to fix? He just wants to be happy. That's all there is to it. And does this? Oh, it gives more dialogue, actually. I want you to make me live that fulfilling life without changing anything I've been through. So basically, you just wanted him to remember everything and the things he's forgotten then. Uh-oh. He's slowly breaking apart. That's the aquarium. We only have so little time in this life, and we'd never be able to do all that we want. No matter what we do, there'd always be other things we'd want to try, other paths to take. Okay. Ah, there's a new thing here. So somehow all of this relates then? Ah, crap! Did I spill it on your dress? Hey, just one more excuse to jump into the lagoon. You know, We don't have to waste all the lemon juice. Have you ever tried writing with it? Lemon juice? No. Why? So it was Sophia to give him the idea. And we still don't know what's written in that green book of him. Then prepare to be mind blown by some elementary school magic. Get this. It's invisible ink. Invisible ink? Yep, the writing appears in color only when you heat the paper up. Come on, I'll show you. Let's write something with it. It's been a while since I've written. Well, never too late to start again. How about a letter? To who? Each other, of course. We could write about this trip. It's been kind of a journey, hasn't it? And at the end of it, we could show each other what we wrote of it all. That's a nice idea, actually, to do. Why was this not a part of that memory earlier? So wait, did Faye actually try to interfere with Colin's memories? Or is Colin just making stuff up? Well, somebody would have needed to teach him how to use lemon juice, right? Why would you even consider? Why would you toss it aside everything we have for something make-believe? I'm not tossing anything aside. So, where to go next? TV? We all have regrets, be it righting a wrong or a dream long past. At Sigmund Corporation, we give you that second chance to make things right. Because with our help, it's never too late. Wait, these don't seem like just randomly scattered memories. Could it be that the sedative's wearing off? I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say here, but let's explore the baby he's had, or, well, his wife had. You are different, even from the man you were when I first met you. You're no longer aloof, you know? You're here. You're actually here. So wait. Then all those adventures with Faye, he was spending them in a different reality, just making all the things up. Well, that's of course that's what happened. But was he actually somewhere else? I mean, was he also did he just take that new reality as the only reality, or was he in some kind of coma or something? So it must have hindered him to achieve certain things, or, well, in the end, with Faye disappearing, if that memory holds true, that is, he was kicked out of that alternate reality and back into the reality Sophia was in and all the others. And it enabled him to do other things that he couldn't in his dream world. I mean, having a dream world and all that stuff is nice, and it can be right soothing. But if that dream world takes over and you only live in that reality, then it's just I personally think it's quite a scary thing to happen. So that's when he started writing those. I know, it's mesmerizing here. Faye spoke after a pause, shifting her gaze back up to the sky. But you've been spending so much time with me, and imagining what couldn't be. Don't you think you're forgetting what actually is and all that could be? Okay, look, I got it. I think he wanted to spend more time in reality without Faye then. Was that his wish? I got your message, you hear me? I know you're still here. You can come and get me now. Is he talking to Faye or Colin? Damn it. I really thought it was her. Wait, is that really the only way to... So, is this reuniting Eva and Neil? Should be, right? Plop. Oh, they're finally back together. Where the hey have you been? I figured it out, Eva. I figured out the impossible. I mean, it took an unholy amount of spoon feeding, but I guess that's what it takes when we're on the inside of it. What are you talking about? Yes, just what are you talking about? It's Faye, isn't it? Yep. Sedative, it wore off already. You don't sound too happy about it. We're here to help Colin, and you're the mental process that's in the way. Well, lucky for you, that can be amended now, can't it? So, looks like we're about out of time. If you're going to erase me for good, you might as well hurry. No, we're not going to erase you. We're going to erase us. What are you talking about, Neil? Wait, what? Colin never needed our service, Eva. He already had her. The ability to change his reality, to live in a different world. One that filled the gaps of what he wanted, all in his head. She is what we do, Eva. And yet, she left. She left, which could have only meant one thing. What you're trying to imply? No, that can't be right. What you do is different from just this. How is it different? Because there's more to it. There's more to what we do. We fulfill wishes. We give meaning to people's lives. What we do, it has to be more than just that of an imaginary friend. It's a lot more elaborate for sure. But for someone who had to fight just to let go of a fantasy and embrace reality, maybe our existence was merely an unwelcomed amplifier. A reminder of the make-believe, the imaginary, and the endless possibilities that make reality seem less than what it is. Hey, you two! Things aren't looking good with the patient. I don't know what you're up to, but you might want to get out of there. And by might wanna, I mean need to. After all that, huh? I guess none of this even matters anymore. There's no way we'd still have the time to implement any actual changes. No, we might not have the time. But what about her? She's already linked to the machine's interface, right? Without us, all procedures would be internalized. So much could be done in the friction of a moment. You're suggesting giving sole control of the machine to a mental process of the patient? The ethical implications of that, it hasn't been done for good reasons. It hasn't been done because no patient has had a chance like this. Besides, what's our alternative? Just leave and mark this as a write-off? But what about legal complications? In the contract it says... Oh, come on, Eva! When has the contract stopped us? Guys? Go on, I'll be right behind. Don't say I never trust you. So Neil realized that Colin actually had an imaginary friend, and that an imaginary friend actually can make everything happen. So Colin has a great imagination then. That's nice to see. Why are you doing this for us? Well, if I were Colin and on my last breath, I'd trust you over two strangers in white coats, right? Strangers, huh? Your colleague was right about one thing. There is more to what you do than just playing God with other people's memories. You've been here for just a day, yet in all of his lifetime, no one else has truly seen the world through his eyes like you have. And well, you're kind of the first I've been able to meet too. In some silly way, maybe it's a part of what Colin really wished for. It was one heck of a meet and greet, that's for sure. True that. True that. Full admin access transferred to unknown creditable Faye. You gonna be alright? Just a little nervous, I guess. Well, given the circumstances, I'd say that's pretty alright. Hey. Do you think that in some ways I've truly existed? Of course you did. You were part of Colin's alternate reality and it helped him cope with all that stuff that was going on outside. So for him, sure, you truly existed because you had an impact. A friend of mine is like, I can't word it as good as he can, but it's like, as long as you have an impact on the world in some sort of way, as long as people remember you, you're alive. Even if you're not around any longer. But like, because we remember, like, what's a good example? For me personally, because I remember my stepfather, and he still has an impact on my life today, then he is still alive in some kind of way. Inside my heart, my brain, and all those memories. So I would say, yeah. And Neil, well, for what it's worth, I think all our memories and everything in it can be nothing but the fiction we tell ourselves. Good luck out there. Colin's counting on you. But for a person, like, to develop an independent person inside their head, that's quite amazing. What our brains can do up here. What's inside here in those bones and meat and stuff. So, Faye, what are you going to do? let him live through everything? Don't we get to see that? Sorry, I need some tea. Oh. Neil didn't make out. His blood pressure is dropping. Vital signs are fading fast. I think he's letting go. Oh, that's so sweet. So he was holding on to life until Faye stepped in and showed him all those memories. I'm sorry for your loss. Please take all the time you need. I'll be in the living room with the paperwork. When they're ready, I'll let them know. That sure is a harsh job. I mean, you're getting into people's brains and experience all their life, and then you come out and see them dying and their relatives around them caring for them and crying and stuff. That sure is a harsh job. Always a little stark, isn't it? Seeing it like this after just having been in there. It is what it is. I'm just a little cold. It felt warmer in there. So you actually took a liking to Faye then? What is it back there? Do you know if it worked? Hard to say. I'll try to dig through the data afterwards, but... well, it's never been done like this before. I don't know how coherent it'd be. Guess we got another mess of a report to write. We can take care of that when the dust settles. True that. In the meantime, I just remembered something. Oh, the green book. So, did you succeed? There was a complication. We tried to cope with something unorthodox, but I'm not sure if we'll ever know what really happened in those last moments. Hey, Sophia said you got a lighter? Yeah. Oh, Neil. That's... I don't know. Like, his father just died and you're like, oh, you have a lighter? Come on, give it to me. So they're trying to read those messages. Don't set it on fire, please. So that's also why the blank book was taped shut. Oh, we are gonna see it. And in what way are we gonna see it? What happened?
I never stood up very tall. I think my voice was fairly small. But there were times I'd want to shout, though my thoughts weren't sorted out. So I'd stumble and I'd fall. I learned to fly because of you. So if you left, I could go too. And everything you saw in me, that's what I to be? Did I make it after all? All the grass on the other side, is it only greener in my mind? I'd still want it the same, because trading my yesterday is to wish my life away. As we dream and as we grow, we have to learn to let things go. But let the wonder never fade, though we've turned 10,000 pages, flying high or stuck below. I've searched for meaning amidst doubt. I finally figured that part out. And all the stories inside me feels like I'm bursting at the seams. And you're here after all the grass on the other side, is it only greener in my mind? I'd still want it the same, because trading my yesterday is to wish my life away.
Looking for something old-timer? It's been a while, huh? A long while. You haven't changed much. And whose fault is that now? Listen, I wish it were under better circumstances, but I know. I wish I still had the time to tell you about all that's happened since then. It's okay, I was there. I'm only here to say goodbye. Just tell me one thing though. Do you still have any regrets? Regrets? Yeah, I have a lot of those. But that's okay. The chances I missed, the mishaps, and all that I wished I had. Well, they were all still a part of it. They made way for all that I do have. And what I do have, I wouldn't trade for anything else in the world. That's all I wish to hear. Go on, they're waiting for you. It's time to go home. Hey, Colin. Sorry I had to leave back then. Thank you for having been there, even when nobody else was. Aww, that was all so nicely done. And him communicating with Faye at the end was so cool. So that's the last thing that he remembered. So nice. So I guess that's the end of it all. And I guess all that what we just saw was... No, it couldn't have been written down, but I guess it's the data that Neil got out of the device. I'm still wondering what was written in that book. Wish granted. That's the achievement we just unlocked. So we finally granted his wish of being happy. So all he wanted to have in the end was just reliving his whole life and seeing Faye again, and then coming to terms with all of it. Like he said, during your life you have many regrets, but that's okay. Because when you regret something, you'll probably act different sometime in the future when a similar situation occurs. And that's like a mechanism for you wanting to be a better version of yourself. And in the end, you'll probably have something amazing, like Colin had. And then looking back, having all those regrets, seeing where you came from, it's okay. That's also kind of my lifestyle. Although I'm not as old as Colin. So, am I mentally older than I am? Well, I guess I discovered that sometime in the past video, like with a mental age test or something. So, we still have something to play. Yeah, sup. Where are you? At my scotch, drinking home. You said you'd be here. I said I'd visit, like we always do, not attend the funeral. When was the last time we even did that? I know, but I just thought we owe it to him after... Rosaline? We're about to start. Go on, I'll get my turn. Oh, Neil, you're such a jerk sometimes. Alright, enjoy your scotch. You know it. First of all, you aren't at home. And second of all, what are you working on? Now, where were we? Modifying the machine again. Ah. Ooh, not looking sketchy at all, Neil. I ask you to knock, not hack my lock. Switching to digital was a terrible idea. Why didn't you just keep both locks on? Dang a bit, Rob. I know why she even got you involved. Look, we don't have long. Are you guys still in or not? You betcha! So, is that the solution you were talking about? Solution to what? Yeah, that's her. Oh wait, so you extracted Faye? Yep, that's all the things I played. Although in a different order. Thank you for having been part of this. Well, thank you for creating this. But... so there's more to come then. And yes, Reef's Freebird and stuff. You can go check those out. But what was it at the end? And I guess Neil like extracted Faye in some sort or something? I don't... Well, he did something to the machine beforehand. So... was Faye really Faye? I mean... the person in Colin's mind, or was she modified by the machine? I'm not sure of that anymore. But it also could just be that Neil did some altering on the machine to like extract those things if something would occur like that. But then again, Neil's also taking some strange pills or something. And a solution to what exactly? I don't know. Something's really fishy about Neil, and Roxy and Rob are knowledgeable of that. So I sure am excited to see more of Freebird's content and more games. Maybe we finally get a resolve to all of this. That would be great. And also, I guess this game didn't touch me as much as To the Moon, but knowing all the backstory and stuff made it a worthwhile experience. And I really liked it a lot, and like seeing some character development and stuff. So basically, at the end it was like, oh, we still have those unsolved mysteries. So there you go off, wondering about more stuff. I'm not quite sure if I really liked it or not. I really would have liked the Kangao to resolve it in this episode. But who knows? Maybe he's up to something greater, far greater than what he has done before. So I'm proceeding to wait patiently until I can find out what actually Neil has been working all along. So yeah, judge for yourself. I really like this game, I like playing it. Now I need to find something else. But yeah, that's okay, because we can move on. We can learn from the past and move on. And of course, we can look forward to other things. Yay! So, thank you so much for being part of this journey. I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay true to yourself. Us.